All right, we are at 9 minutes after 7 o'clock, and this is the morning show. And now we've been joined by Courtney, Kaylin, Trisha, and Nia, the Belmopan Spiritual and Empowerment Youth Group, right? Ladies, good morning. Welcome to the morning show.
Good morning.
You've come from far, Belmopan. Yes. So tell us about the group and tell us about this youth, this book festival that you all are planning to have. Anybody want to start?
Oh, well, where do you want us to start specifically?
Talk to us about the group and how it came about that you decided to put together this book festival.
Usually the Junior Youth Spiritual Empowerment Program is very service oriented. It's a global program, and it's also interfaith, but it's also Baha'i inspired, meaning some of the principles that the Baha'i faith have, for example, freedom of prejudice, equality of men and women, and education for all, to name a few. This junior youth, we have three main groups in Belmopan right now. We have the Peacemakers, the Spiritual Soldiers, and the Service League that are the youngest. And so usually the group starts out, like I said, it's very service oriented. And so we're always looking for things to do, the ways to better our community. And so we sat down and we were like, well, what do you think we should do next? What should we do for this summer? And, you know, literacy, we were thinking about literacy and book. And it started out as a very, like, just based on the library, we wanted to renovate the library, make it a little bit more colorful so that children could go in there and be like, I want to be in here, I want to read. And you know, reading has always been like a challenge for a lot of young Belizeans. You know,
We don't like to read.
Yeah, or sometimes it's like punishment.
Yeah. I think that's part of the problem, because parents tend to use it as punishment as opposed to an opportunity to expand your mind and adventures. You know, I always say, I try to say to, especially to my nephew who doesn't like to read either, it's like you can be anywhere you want to be when you're reading a book. You know, your imagination takes you wherever it is that you want to go. Back then in our days, we didn't have so many opportunities. So you went places through books. And it's a big challenge getting young people to want to read. So this book festival, you decided to get books. How are you getting the books? How? Because I noticed that you're going to be giving away like 3,500 books.
So one of the leaders of the group, and the leaders of the group are called animators, and they guide the youth. They're not really teachers. They don't really force them to say anything. They just kind of let them express their thoughts. And so they got in contact with Elizabeth's Books Across Borders, and her organization sent 2 huge boxes full of children's books, and that was awesome. And she also contacted the Beams of Light Junior Youth Group in Virginia, and they sent a bunch of books too, and they're still sending some books. And also Waterford Institute is helping out, a Boy Scout troop from Georgia, and even individual donors are helping out. People sending just boxes, and they're really excited to join in this effort to really get books into Belizean homes so that children can enjoy reading more, and really, you know, even their academic success becomes better when they're reading books.
Now, how will the books be given away? I mean, is it something where you sign up, or is it something, how does that work?
Well, we're at a festival. How we're giving away the books, when you enter, you're going to get a ticket. Like, the ticket will act as money, for example. And so you go to different booths that we have for different ages, and you go to a book, you see a book you like, and the book, the ticket, you give the person who's in charge of the booth the ticket, and you receive the book. And also, to win tickets, you play games, which we have with a lot of different games.
So you have the opportunity to get more books throughout the course of the day.
So it's not just, because people say, oh, I'm going to a book fair, I'm going to a book fair. But you're making it fun. It sounds like you're putting up games where they can participate, and the prize is a book.
Yeah, the approach is very much like from a fun angle. We don't want anything that says back to school. It's just like school, you know.
But when you think about back to school, you think about a sale. You think about
and also like just the word school and reading just sounds like a task. And so we wanted to take a very fun angle, like where you could actually incorporate reading into your reality on a daily basis. Like, for example, my little sister, she would always, she grew up with like a lot of books, and so that was just her reality. Every time she'd go around, we'd drive in the car and you'd look at the sign and she'd be like, did you say that? Or, you know, and she'd start reading all kinds of signs. And so it was just like, that's one of our goals, to, you know, make it like incorporated in everyone's reality, especially in the children. Very crucial, especially the when they're beginning to, you know, when their minds are beginning to develop.
Well, I say that you read to a child even before they're born. It helps. It does help.
Like, I totally agree, because like all my children, them are into reading. We have a lot of books at home, but that's because from before they were born and when they were smaller, I read to them constantly, and I made it fun for them. I made them want to do it. So we had time we dedicated to reading. So I think it's just something that once you instill that in a child, it's something that it never really goes away. So it's good that you guys are doing this. So because sometimes it's not really that all the time children don't want to read, but sometimes they don't have the resource, they don't have the opportunity to get the books that they would enjoy reading. So this is a really, and can anybody go to this?
It's
open to the public. It's aimed for people who are aged 0 to 18, and the adults can be there, you know, to kind of guide their children. But it's really designed for those ages, because those are the ages we have books for, and you can see some of the books we have here
these
today.
are good books.
And they're not just, you know, textbooks. They're actually fun books. You know.
We have these. We have all of they look familiar to me.
Arnie Donut and Benji. Some children don't know about Benji, or who is Benji, or you know, as maybe they've seen the movie Benji. I think a movie was recently done with Benji, but the fair takes place this weekend, right? The book fair takes place this weekend.
It takes on August 4th at the Civic Center.
Okay, in Belmopan.
Yes.
All right. And so you go there. There's no fee to enter.
No. To the parent? No, the parents don't pay either?
No.
Okay. And so you go there, the booths will be set up. How many booths are you planning on having?
We are having 9 booths.
9 booths. So you go to 9, you have the option, can you get a book, can you get a book from every booth, or it's just that one book? So you have to be careful which book you choose?
The ticket system.
Yeah, so there on the different booths, you can win either one ticket or a few tickets. For example, a big wheel, and you have to spin it, and you can win different prizes. One of them might say 3 tickets, or maybe it says, you know, no luck today. And so each of them really have their own how many tickets you'll win. And then those tickets, we have the different stickers here on the books. So
different colors.
Yes. So this one means 3 tickets, and then we have the green, which is 2 tickets, and
a yellow. I see a yellow one here.
The yellow is 1 ticket.
Okay. But is it that every child that goes there, will it be, or is it set up in such a way so that, you know, some people, we were just talking this morning about luck and how some people have no luck, and some
like
people
myself sitting over here.
But a case where every child that goes will at least get an opportunity, or will be able to win a book, that no child will walk out from there without a book. Some will walk out with probably 4, 5, 6 books, but at least one child, every child would have at least one book and a chance to win at least one book.
We spoke about what are the possibilities, because there's a whole committee, and even though you see a lot of girls here, we have guys as well.
Okay, I was just about to ask if there are.
We want to make that clear. We do have guys on the planning committee. They just cannot be here right now. Some are here to support us. And so, but on the committee, we're actually there's a lot that we're planning, you know, and so we were thinking about all the possible outcomes. And so we talked about, you know, kids that come and, you know, you want them to touch the books. Because often you go to bookstores and they're like,
you're not allowed. You're not allowed.
And so we want them to actually grab the book, and if they want to sit there for the whole book festival and just be like, you know, reading there, or like, it's you know, it's all about
getting them involved and wanting them to read.
Actually having them take home books.
And it's not a festival that we're trying to make money or to scam people or anything. It's really to get the books into the home so that they can, you know, read it and pass it on to their friends and everything. And so we're also really glad for our sponsor, which is making this event possible, Caves Branch. They're giving a lot of financial support so that we can really make this book festival free for everyone, so we can really get those books into the homes of people.
So there are 3,000, how many? 3,500 books of all genres, for different ages. I see one, the box trolls. I know there's a show with the box trolls. There are toys with the box trolls, I believe. So these are not just any type of these are exciting books, basically. Books that you will want, that the children will want to read.
The Rodan books are good as well for the older kids, because I know my children are into those books.
See, those are some good books.
Can we reach these?
Yeah, please.
Do you encourage, I mean, what has been the support like? I know you spoke about the support from outside Belize. What has been the support like here? I know you said Caves Branch is a sponsor, but have you been getting books from other people here in Belize? I mean, if let's say people wanted to, they like your idea, they like the venture, and they wanted to, they have books. As you mentioned, with people with children, you tend to accumulate books. And they want to donate books. Are you all accepting that, or?
We're not. You don't only come and win tickets and stuff. You could bring your own book that is like in good condition, and you trade your book for a new book.
A new book.
Nice. That is good. That is
So we have a
good.
book exchange, so they can bring in the ones that they're kind of, already
read like 50 million times.
And they can get a bunch of new books, so they can go home and really start reading it.
My son was younger. I think he read the Diary of a Wimpy Kid collection at least 15 million times. I think he's like complete. I think he knows every book,
every word in the book. Every word in the book.
But I noticed here you have a teacher hour from 4 to 5 p.m.
Yes.
That's interesting. So is that teachers just come and they can say, well, this is the kind of books I want for my class, or do they have to bring something, or what's
they're gonna be like,
requirement?
it's kind of like they're gonna be treated like everybody else. When you come to the booth, they're gonna learn these different activities.
Oh,
that
okay,
they
so
can
they have
do
to
in
win
their
it for their
classroom.
class.
Yes,
That's good.
It's like we incorporated arts, incorporated sports into the different booths, and so we took a very like fun and making literacy very, like
Interactive.
Yeah, interactive. And so it would be nice if when the teachers come, we just into the booths, they win the tickets, they go for the books.
Can parents go to win stuff as well?
For their children, if their children can't really.
And one of the main reasons that we did the teacher hour, we said there will be a lot of books at the end.
Yeah.
So even if maybe they don't win the tickets at a booth, we say, here are some books, because we know they can take them to their classrooms, and their children can be reading it during the breaks at school instead of just going out and doing idle things. So we decided we really want to get these books into the homes and to the classrooms to really get children excited about
That's
reading.
a really good idea.
From what time to what time is the book festival?
From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay, because I'm saying that 3,500 books is a lot of books, but now you're talking, you might get people not just from the Belmopan area. You might end up getting people from all over the country. I mean, this is a wonderful idea. I don't think I've heard of anything like this, and I've heard about book events, but I don't recall if I've heard of something like this. So you might find that you might actually get not just a lot more people than
you anticipated.
And
Especially with that teacher. I
3,500
think a lot of teachers, I know a lot of teachers, the kind of teachers who would go out of their way to buy things for the classroom would probably be those same kind of teachers that would come to an event like this, because they have that genuine interest in in inspiring the kids. And so when you have an idea like that, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, and what I love about this is that it's not really adults that are like, okay, let's do a book festival.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
actually planned by the junior youth program. And and
really
planned
good.
by these different youths that had these ideas, and we're like, you know what, this is a way that we could help. And it didn't start out like, okay, we're gonna get thousands of books. We never even thought about that, guys. Like we were just like, let's just do this. And then when we got all these thousands of books, we were like, wait, what are we gonna do with all these books? And then we just decided, let's take a fun approach to it. And it's something that the Ministry of Education is trying to take on.
That's
Trying to
great.
make literacy,
So will you do this every year now, you think? Are you?
Well, if
you
it
might
goes
find that
well.
it's very successful.
I think it
would
will
turn out to be a very successful venture. And as you said, these are normally, I mean, we don't have enough, I don't think we have enough bookstores. Growing up, I was able to go to the bookstore and I was able to find books.
Yes.
Nowadays, you
No,
don't
it's
find
difficult.
as much bookstores around the
we
country.
we have to order all our books online. Have to, because the kind of books that. But you know, the in all fairness, I don't know if I can do a plug, but there is. At the Image Factory, you can actually get some quality books for kids, which I found strange because I had to keep ordering.
But they come at a price.
They do come at a price.
And these are books that normally you would probably pay, like for example, the book with the school, that you'd pay like about $20 or more for a book like that, normally here in Belize.
The School of Good and Evil and the Percy Jackson books are also a little bit.
Yes. So here you have a wonderful venture that you all have put together, making these books available. And I think from this can come certain, who knows, maybe next thing you can have people who have read these books, trading these books, start book clubs. Something that's becoming popular, especially with adult women, is the book clubs. So here's something that you can see a spill off, a wonderful idea that you all have put together.
It's very commendable.
Now, I know you said that it didn't start off with that, but how long have you been planning the event?
Since like May.
Oh, that's not too long. You all did a fantastic job to get to mobilize in such a short time.
And all of you are students from Belmopan, or
Several schools from Belmopan.
I go to UB, so university.
You go to
I'm
UB.
an animator.
Oh, okay. And how many youths are in this or in these groups total?
Total 34 of us. So all of us will be like, working on the day before setting up and everything. Yes, full force for the whole day.
And this is a great way of seeing youth mobilizing.
In a positive way.
Indeed, in a positive way. So I really want to commend you folks for doing a great job. You ladies here,
it's
guys,
such a
they're
fantastic
sitting
job.
because you might not be able to see them. Maybe Dorian can
span to the
gets
back,
a chance to see that.
Behind the screen.
And not only that, but the fact that they've sat down and let the ladies take the forefront, is even even commendable, because that's not something that you see all the time either. So congratulations to you. Now, after the book club, what other ideas? Because I'm sure that you have other ideas that you are already thinking about.
So as you can see at the top of the flyer, it says Tek Time for Read, and that's our whole project. And it's not just the book festival that we're planning. We're also trying to kind of renovate the Belmopan library so it's more fun, so people can go there and get, I'm going to the library instead of, I have to go to a library. And so it's really fun. And even if we have leftover books, we'll also give it to them. And so it's really a whole endeavor instead of just, this book festival and then we're done. So we really want to, it's a project, and we're trying to do different activities with this, and so that it can really not just become one thing, it can really become a whole program,
So right now we're just trying to focus more on like trying to, the next few weeks and leading up to the book festival and trying to get it like, trying to get by it, and then maybe we're gonna think about maybe want it to be like every year or something like that, or every 2 years. So right now we're just trying to figure out
how you can sustain it.
What would you say to youths your age and encouraging them to read?
I would say reading is for everyone. It just depends on what type of book you're into, because everyone can read, and it just depends. If you're into romance, then you have a nice romance book. If you're into romance, you read like a action novel, you won't be really into it. So it all depends on what type of book you're into.
Also, it's a really good way to get out of considering let's say real statistics, and maybe say I think approximately 43% of the country is living in poverty, and a really good way to get out of that would be education, right? So you don't really have to go to school as long as you read.
You can educate yourself.
Yes, you can just by reading, and so I feel like that would be a really good way for Belize to actually just.
But also reading opens your mind, I think. Reading makes you, it expands your vocabulary, makes you more able to, receptive to ideas, more able to think critically. I think it has lost its importance, I think, in our society, but I think reading is truly fundamental, as cliche as that sounds, but I mean, you really just can't escape that fact.
Yeah.
This is a program for young people by young people, which is very important. Now I know we're running out of time, but anybody that you want to say good morning to that's watching, or to say thank you to, here's your opportunity.
Well, again, I would like to thank our main financial sponsor, which is Caves Branch, because they're really, we can't do this without them, and so we really thank them for helping us out.
And Impact Designs, because they helped us with the flyers and everything.
Very colorful flyer that children will definitely be attracted to.
And well, just before we go, I also want to say that we're also trying to make it a single-use plastic and styrofoam-free event, so it's eco-friendly. We have reusable bags, so you can carry your books to take them home. And so we really want people to also have in that mindset that, you know, plastic is...
Bring your bag with you for your books.
Yeah. Bring your own bag or purchase a bag there, and so you can take
you have bags on sale?
Yes, we will.
Okay. How much are the bags?
Right now we have them for $3, and they're big reusable bags. They're really strong, and so
Okay, nice. Okay, so again, the event is on
August 4th. Belmopan Civic Center.
Belmopan Civic Center from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Bring the whole family.
It is a family event. Ladies, thank you very much. I've really enjoyed chatting with you, and I'm happy to see, you know, because we always say that our young people are highlighted in negative ways. You see them on television involved in negative things, but you all are proving that an event that when young people come together and you have such creative ideas, you can put forward something really good that can make an impact on a lot of other young people in a positive way. So congratulations, and I hope that you will keep on doing other events like this, and we hope to get you back on again to talk about something else that you're doing later on down the road.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
guys for coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
We are going to take our break. It is 7:30. When we come back, the Carnival group should be here, we were told, so we'll be right back. This is the morning show.
What a beautiful day, good morning, Lily. What a beautiful day, good morning, Lily. Put the troubles away.